Hey guys, it's Erin or Everyday Erin, and I'm back with another video. Today I thought we might talk about my plans slash goals for 2023, and I thought I would also show you what I finished in January. Typically I have a goal, I set goals at the beginning of January so that I have a general idea of what I'd like to get done, but I did not do that this year. This year, I took January and I collected up a bunch of whips that I had, and I kind of assessed them, and if I could finish them, I finished them, and if not, that's fine too. And I also started some smaller projects because I'm not doing goals this year. I'm trying to be intentional about my crafting. I'm trying to be mindful about my crafting, and I usually fail at this, but I'm going to try anyway. So I have a lot of yarn. I have a lot of cross stitch supplies. I have a fair amount of fabric. I have a lot of fabric, let's be honest. I have enough craft supplies, but I am not saying I'm not going to buy craft supplies. For me, that's setting me up to fail. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to try and be intentional. And what I mean by that is I'm going to try to use a pattern I already have and a yarn I already have to start a project. There's going to be projects and patterns that come up that I just can't resist. It's just the way of life. But as long as I'm doing more of what I already have than buying, that's probably good. I have some gorgeous stuff, and I want to use it. I bought it to use it, so I'm feeling weighed down by how much stuff I have. Not how much stuff I have, but by how much I want to do. And then sometimes I feel so weighed down by it that I just find something else to focus on, which is usually something completely off the list of what I want to do and what I already have. So it's a long-winded way of saying I'm going to attempt to find a pattern I have, find supplies I have, make that pattern, make that project. If I run out, if I need something different, that's fine. But for the most part, pattern, supplies, project. Anyway, in that, I think I mentioned, I sat down with all my whips and I tried to see which ones of them I could finish in January, get them off my plate, get them moved along and not lingering. A lot of them didn't have a lot left to do, so I worked on that. And then I started a whole bunch of new stuff too. So I will say I don't think I've bought anything since the new year, which is great, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, the first thing I finished, and I think this was this was probably New Year's Day, is I finished this quilt top, incorrectly, but I finished this quilt top that I started with Maureen, or Simply More, on Instagram, and I don't know if that's her name on YouTube. She hasn't made a YouTube video in quite a while, but she's a good friend, Maureen. She came to Rhinebeck with us one year. She came up and we went together. So I put this together, and this has been a goal for, I think, the past 2 years, if not 3 years. I think 2 years, because we've lived here 3 years. Yes. And I started this year. This is how my brain works. So this was a jelly roll from Big Lots when they used to sell craft supplies, and this was just a solid that I had in the stash. And now this is a top, and I'm going to find a backing for it. See, this is something that I'd need to buy something. I'd need to buy the backing for it, which is totally fine because it'll be finishing a project anyway. I have a top, and it's finished, and it's great. And I think this was called Daisy Chain by the Missouri Star Quilt Company, but I will put I'll try to link everything in the descriptions below. So if you were interested in some of the projects and you want to work on them, that's fine. That's fine. You can. This is a free pattern. I did it wrong, but I like it. It's really cute. So the next thing I finished was Lars and the Real Girl. And this was knit along I started last February or March. I think it was March. And I knit on it for a little while. Life happened, and then it got put away. So I did finish this. It's absolutely enormous. This is another free pattern, which I will link. I knit this with Premier Yarns Bloom Chunky, I think. And I know the color is Snapdragon. You can buy this yarn at Walmart. It's very fuzzy. It's very soft. It's very heavy. This is I don't know if this is considered a bulky or a super bulky, but she's done. She's huge. She's beautiful. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but somebody someday will enjoy this blanket. Whether that be a gift or a donation or whatnot. I mentioned previously that I had bought Bernat. What's it called? It's over here. I had purchased this Bernat blanket yarn when I went to Joann's, and I had wanted to start a project. I was going to start it for New Year's. I don't know when I started it. I don't know when I finished it. I am going to use this skein, but I probably won't buy this yarn again. It hurts my hands to crochet with it, so that's okay. Live and learn. But I won't let this go to waste. I have this and this little bit left. But what I made with it was this adorable hippo who has a little bit of a cockeyed face, but that's okay. She makes her or him even cuter. And it was a really fun and easy project. What did they call this hippo in the pattern? I can't remember. It actually stands up by itself. See that? My hands aren't steady, but it does stand up, and it's very solid and cute, but it's also squishy. So this is a pattern I got off of Etsy. It's really cute. I've been seeing people make toys with this yarn, and I understand why they do, because it's so soft. You would think it would be really holey, but it's not. But the combination of a super, super thick yarn, you guys have all seen this because everybody uses this except me. A super thick yarn and a really small hook in comparison, it really hurt my hands. So I don't know if I'll be doing any more of these. Bye. But it's cute. Okay. So that was a whip that I think I started it a couple days before New Year's. Don't quote me on that. Those are new. These are some things I finished before Christmas. Some were whips, some were not. The first one is from this book, this pamphlet from Tiny Modernist, Santa and Friends. And I stitched this guy, and I think I stitched this Santa. Let's see if I'm right. Yep, I stitched Mary Sloth Miss, uber cute, and this is, I think, 32 count or 28 count Lugana. I don't have the tag. It's even weave of some sort. And I also stitched this little Santa. I have these I have these ornaments from the Fat Quarter Shop, so well, you can't see it when I put it behind it, but that might look cute in there to hang on the tree. Those are fun stitches, really fun colors. So I think minimally I will be doing this llama one for sure. I don't know if I'll do this Santa because I already stitched Santa, and I'll probably do these two little guys too. So that was a fun project. Here's a project that's going bye-bye. Now I look at it, it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, it does. So this is Jolly Old Saint Nick. I was stitching this with my friend Amy, or Ming Mao, and I am going to toss this. I was using this whisper thread down here, and for some reason I decided it would be a good idea to do 1/1. Now I'm looking at this, and can I push through and do this? I don't know. It doesn't look bad. Should I finish them? He literally has his beard and his fuzz up here. And I think there's a couple snowflakes that I wouldn't even have to do if I didn't want to. He looks really good. I might have just talked myself out of not doing that one. I'm trying to see if I have the pattern for that one down here. I don't think I do. I don't. So, jolly old Saint Nick, who was going in the trash, but now I'm not sure. I just don't know. Oh well. Oh well. Indecisive me. What else is new? I stitched a couple of Lizzie Kate sled dudes. Is that what she calls them? Sleds. I stitched from Nutcracker sleds. I stitched the Nutcracker. It just needs to be FFO'd onto a sled, which I have. And I stitched, do they call them anything? No. Well, maybe they do. Nope. I stitched the middle elf. I'm assuming he's an elf of this one. Santa's Workshop. He must be an elf. From Prairie Schooler, I've realized I'm obsessed with Prairie Schooler. This isn't the right pattern. That's not the right pattern. That's not the right pattern. Okay, from some Prairie Schooler somewhere that I don't have down here, I stitched this little Blue Jay Santa. Really cute. This is a piece of 28 count Lugana. This is the pattern I was looking at. These are Nutcrackers. This is not Santa's, so. This guy is from one of the Santa's books, which I also have, but I think it's upstairs in my pattern file. I love these guys. Sorry for the glare. A Merry Mini Surprise from Prairie Schooler. These are fun, fun, fun. And I've stitched 3 of them. And there are how many? 6. There are 8. And I'll be stitching more of these. This, I'm pretty sure this is an 18 count piece, leftover piece of Vintage Country Mocha. And I just used all the called for DMC for that. Do you want to see them closer? They're really cute. I love Prairie Schooler. Love it. I stitched this from Country Cottage Needleworks, Fa La La. I've had this for a couple years. And this is stitched on 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin. And these are all fancy flosses that I just pulled from some fancy floss I had. I used to be a member of, I used to get the Victorian Motto sampler threads until delivery went haywire, and I used those. And one more cross stitch for now, there's another one somewhere, is Tiny Tidings 23. And I let Kristen pick, and she picked this guy over here on the sled. You can't see him. There you go. See him? You'll be able to see him in a second. And there he is. And I did the same thing with him. Nope, he's DMC. Yeah, he's definitely DMC. All right, that's one bin I had here full of finishes. I wonder if... I found a couple more things that were whips that are now finished. And one of those is Christmas stockings for our friend Nancy. And I finished 3 of those. I'll put those away for when she needs them. She gives them to her family members. This is similar to something her mother made for everybody. So I try and keep a stash of these for her. And I know she needs, I think, 5 already for next year. So there are those. And that's a free pattern, which I'll try and link below. This is Primrose Cottage, I think. This is Christmas Barn. And this is on an even weave. I don't think this is even weave. I think this is Belfast. I think this is 32 count Belfast, which is one of my favorite fabrics. So I finished that one. And a big one I finished is not actually, there it is. It is in here. Hold on. It was in a plastic bag. I didn't want to open that and have to listen to that. This is the Under the Sea mystery sampler, mystery stitch along, not a sampler, from Frosted Pumpkin, and I was way behind. I hadn't touched it since September, so I had October, November, December. Nope, I hadn't touched it since August. But she's done and very wrinkly, but she's so cute. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this, but I'll do something with it. It's really cute. It's really, really, but I mean, what else do you expect from Frosted Pumpkin? Look at these otters up here. Look at those otters. They're so cute. And then these little turtles. They're so cute. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I forgot. These pufferfish, I stitched these so long ago, I forgot all about them. They're just all so cute. So there's that. And that took like 2 or 3 days. I just sat down and I pushed through in all my spare time to finish this, which I haven't had a lot of spare time, which I'll tell you about in just a little bit. And then I pulled out, that was all that I finished from my whips, and I will share a whip video in the very near future to show you what I still have. But I went through some of my yarn over here. I want to use it. I bought this stuff because I want to use it. So I pulled some yarns out and I made some stuff. And the first yarn I pulled out is an oldie but a goodie. I love this one. I used to knit Sadie dresses in this. Woodlander DK, James C. Brett. This is the color. It's number L6. They don't really give names to their yarns, so Dexter's very vocal up there. I'm sorry. And I went on Ravelry, and I didn't have a pattern that would match up with this, but I really wanted to knit with this yarn, but there was a free pattern. It's called Go Get 'em Tiger, which I'll link down below. And I knit this, I think this is a size 3/4 because I went based off yardage and I made the biggest size I could. I think this is a 3/4. And how adorable is this? Adorable. This is a really straightforward and easy pattern, and it had a lot of sizes. So cute. So cute. And I tried really hard to match up where the stripes were going to be on the sides, and I think I succeeded pretty well. I just love it. I wish it was a little bigger and that I could wear it, but I'll have to find a small human for this someday. Next, I pulled out a couple skeins of Vanna's Choice. That's 2. This is Vanna's Choice in the color Twilight, and I really thought I was going to run out of yarn on this one. This is the Crozon, I think it's Crozon, Crozon sweater. This needs to be blocked, but I'm missing something down here. Anyway, this is the smallest size. I could have gone bigger, but there's that. It's kind of cute. It's got purples and blues in it and browns, but tiny, itty bitty. Seems short to me, but I went based on the pattern, and that was a pay-for pattern I already had in my library on Ravelry. Next was, where's the other ball band that I just had for this one? There it is. Some Brava worsted weight, and this is called Cake Pop Speckle. This is called the Bean Cardigan, which is also in my library already. This is a size 4, and it still needs buttons, but hang on. It's really cute. Has this, I should probably show you better back here on the back. Has this lace, minimal, but a little bit of lace at the top. It's really cute. It's really soft. This is a very nice acrylic yarn. I don't really like to make non-washable things for people I'm going to be giving gifts to that have kids, because I think that's unless someone is a knitter, that's more work than people need when they have little humans running around. So really cute. And I have one and a little more skeins of this, and I think I'm probably going to make a flax. I think I'm going to make a bunch of flax sweaters. So there's that. And what's this? Oh, okay, this is, what is this called? Hang on, I'll tell you. Alright, I found the name of this next sweater, and I got the thing I was missing while I was gone. This is called the Fairlight sweater, and this is knit out of some yarn that was gifted to me that I just haven't known what to do with it. This is Yarn Bee Sweet Divinity Aquamarine. And then I also have one skein of Ocean Breeze. This yarn does not end. You'll see there's 2 projects with this, and I still have this left. It should be gone. This yarn says it's a 4. It's not a 4. In my opinion, it's a 3. So, this is the Fairlight sweater. I have... Oh, this needs to be washed because I spilled a drop of coffee on it while I was knitting, let's be honest. So I have a stitch marker here, so I make sure that when I soak it, that I make sure that spot comes out. Anyway, this is the Fairlight sweater. It is so adorable. Again, I wish it was a little bigger so it would fit, but it's not going to. It's so cute though. These are 2 colors that I probably wouldn't put together otherwise, but I think they work really well together. Separately, they look like they're way too different, because this lighter color looks way more mint green just in the ball, but when you put it with this aquamarine, it kind of gives it a little bit more of a teal feel. Anyway, I think it's cute. This is a size 2, I believe. And also from that yarn, in the green yarn, I've knit this Whisper dress, which is a pay-for pattern, and it's adorable. And I could have knit a much bigger one because I have a whole ball left, but here it is. It's so cute. This needs to be blocked also. See, it's rolling up here. So I will do that. It's been a little too cold down here to block down here right now, so see if I can fix this real roly. Nope, I can't, but I'll fix it when I block it, don't worry. Really cute. It just needs a little button in the back. You probably know I'm obsessed with knitting things for little humans, especially dresses. They're so cute. They're just so tiny and dainty. Anyway, so I knit that. I did start and finish one other project, and that was cross stitch, and it was this pattern from AFOX Originals, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. You can't see it, but you'll see it on mine. I didn't iron this yet. This is 25 count white Lugana. And this is the first time I used 25 count, and it seemed really big until I had to stitch 1 over 1, and then it seemed perfect. So this is what it looks like. I'm a little bit Irish, in case you didn't know, although my ancestry keeps changing, so I'm less and less Irish. But I like anything Irish. My ring light just turned off. That's weird. I think it just died. Okay, I guess it's a good thing I'm done showing things to you. It's a sign. Anyway, so that's the last item that I finished. January was full of a lot of doctor's appointments for me. Nothing major going on. Last October, they found a mass in one of my girls, and I had a biopsy and it came back as benign, so that was good. But I am on heightened screenings because my grandmother had breast cancer. My mother is a breast cancer. She's in remission from breast cancer. So I am higher risk. So I had that, and that revealed that I had gallstones. So they sent me for an ultrasound. The ultrasound revealed gallstones, but it also revealed that I had a mass in my right kidney. So then I had to have another MRI, and that was awful. I am just way too claustrophobic for anything like that. But the MRI revealed that my gallbladder needs to be taken out because it's full, and also that my mass is a benign type of mass, and we're just going to monitor it from here on out. But unless I have symptoms, I don't need another MRI, which is good because I never want to have another MRI. I even took medication, and I came out of the thing. I didn't realize I was that claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic. So, all that's to say, I'm waiting for my surgery consult for my gallbladder, because gallbladder is no longer considered an emergency surgery unless you are blocked. Just because, I think it's mostly because of staffing. And my initial appointment for that was in May of 2023. But I called a smaller hospital that's part of my bigger hospital, and now I'm being seen February 28th. But that's just for the consult. I don't know how long I will have to wait to have the gallbladder out. I'm hoping it's sooner than later, because I do have symptoms. I've had symptoms for a while of the gallbladder, but it's nothing terrible. It's nothing I can't live with. It's more just discomfort than anything else. So yeah, I'm waiting for that. Big deal. And then I had some other basic appointments. I had blood work, and I saw my allergist because I'm going to start allergy shots because my allergies are getting worse and worse every year. Getting older just kind of stinks. But all right, that is all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am going to try and be better about this. Things should calm down, at least until we figure out what's going on. I'm going to not make a promise of a timeline, but I'll be back in the near future with the whips that I have, both cross stitch and knitting or crocheting. I think I might start a crochet project soon. My wrists have kind of been bothering me off and on. I think it's because I knit all those adult heavy sweaters so close together, but it was worth it. So I've just been trying to be gentle on my wrists, and if I knit a project and I stop and I don't knit for a couple days, just give them a rest, because I don't want to take a whole bunch of ibuprofen. It's horrible on your stomach, especially when my GI area is already bothering me. So all right, I think I've blabbered on enough. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're all doing well, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.